Alright, what's good YouTube? We're back at it again with another video, and here we have our push day. Started off the push day session with some close grip bench, like I always do. Um, so far, really been focusing on getting my triceps much stronger and bigger. That's why I've been doing a lot of close grip benching because it helps me a lot with lockout power and be able to push more on the bench. So I can get those triceps much stronger. And I've been really consistently doing my weighted dips much more better now. and yeah, we're getting much stronger. We're able to rep a plate now again for like 5 reps. I used to do it for like 1 rep, 1 or 3 reps a while ago. So that's when I first got into it, and then I had to stop because sternum issues. But it's not really affecting my sternum anymore because I'm training more smartly than I was before. So uh, I'm not getting a lot like strain fatigue, and I only do weighted dips once a week. I decrease the volume a lot on weighted dips, so I don't get the excuse me. So I don't get the sternum issue or like discomfort. 'Cause that's what happened. That's what I used to do back then. I used to do a lot of it, and would ruin a lot of my uh like sternum pain and like really make it more tougher on me. But now that I'm doing less volume and focusing thoroughly on just strength once a week, along with doing all my other tricep movements like push downs and like my overhead presses, and my triceps are getting much stronger, and I'm able to you know get them stronger so I don't fail on the bench. Yo, my bad. I don't know what to say. I'm just constantly. I'm just making up some excuse to to yap to not make the video boring. But overall, yeah, I'm focusing on my strength gains. I'm trying to squat 405 soon, deadlift 5 plates, and I want to bench 3 plates. I want to have the 3, 4, 5 uh SBD. Hopefully, I can get one of them before I turn 17, which isn't like a month and 6 days from now. And I basically have that much time left to hit a PR or get close to one of my the PRs. I mean, as long as I get one of them, doesn't matter to me. You know, I'm not a person who rushes my progress. I rather have my slow and steady progress for the term in the long run to have it more benefit instead of always like pressuring my body and forcing it to like progress stronger. That essentially doesn't work in the long run. You hit more plateaus much quicker, and you don't get the consistent strength gain as you would want. So yeah, I like doing my progress much slower, more efficiently, and that's why I find the most growth for me. So I don't plateau again. Because back then that would be my greatest error. I'd always used to plateau horribly, and it would cause me devastating um plateaus on like bench, and well, not really on my squat and deadlift because I I don't really plateau on those as much. I mostly plateau on my bench due to some errors, and also sometimes the confusion that I always be watching. Like, oh, do this exercise to increase your bench, or do this exercise to increase your bench. But I've learned that you seriously do not need to do like tens of thousands of different accessories for bench. For for triceps, I do compound movement, which is the way to dip. I'm doing those again, and I do your simple push downs, single handed with overhead to work all the tricep heads at once. I mean the compound movement is for like the overall tricep development. And like for chest, I do either like the machine I'm doing right now, like a chest press, incline press, or because some days I do a different variety of different machines. Like on my upper day, I do more incline work. Like I can do either dumbbells, a Smith machine, or an incline press. But I personally choose incline press because I choose the less taxing movements but still produce overall growth that still benefit. Because the key of getting stronger is having great recovery. and not taxing your CNS so much because the next session will feel like hell and you feel like you're getting weaker when you're just when your body instead just needs to rest. So and also rest times is what I've been getting a lot of confusion about. But it's not really confusing if you really know how to get to it, because recovers at a different pace. Not everyone's the same. For me personally, I like to go when I feel good, and that's what works for me. But when I do like heavier compounds, like I'm gonna go for a PR or like a heavy top set, I I do have some good rest times. That's a little trick I've learned from my friend that benches, who benched 405. He taught me that, and it's safe to say it does work. So like if you're gonna go PR, obviously you don't want to rest for like 20 minutes straight, right? Because obviously your body will get cooked. It'll get all cooled. You feel you won't feel ready at all whatsoever. So the best thing would be to I feel like have a consistent low rest time. Like uh, uh, let's say I'm gonna go to like a 365 squat PR. I start off with my normal warm up sets. I don't, rest for those because those are warm up sets. Those aren't supposed to tax you whatsoever. Like I start off with the bar, I swing my legs around and I do some good like 10, 12 squats with the bar. I do a plate. I do those for like a good like 8 to 10 reps. Then I load up to 25. I do those for a good 6 to 8 reps. And I do 275. I do those for like 3 to 5. And I load up 315. I do 1 to 3. And then after that, as you get heavier, you decrease the amount of reps you do to save energy, so you can hit your top set as efficiently as possible. So you don't screw up the rest time, and when you could have gone, like another rep or two because of the amount of rest you didn't get from knowing how to do it. But yeah, like and then like after that, I let's say I load up 335 next, which is 3 plates and a 10 on squat. I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna do this one for 1 rep, and then that's when you load up 365, and you do that obviously for one. Or let's say I'm gonna hit a top set of, let's say, for example, let me think of an example like top set of, uh, okay, let me use 365 again. Let's say we're gonna do a 365 for a 2 to 3 top set. You obviously do the same thing. You warm up, no rest warm up, because that consumes a lot of time for no reason. There's no reason for you to be resting like 2 minutes or 1 minute on a warm up set because like I said, it's a huge time waster, and you need to learn how to use your time efficiently in the gym. So you don't rest for like 20 damn minutes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, again, like for example, I load up a plate. I do this for like 8 to 10 reps. Again, I do it to 25, 6 to 8 reps, and like 275, you can do 3 to 5 reps, and like 315 again. 1 to 3 reps, and then you do. And this time you can do because you want to have more like a strength, or actually no, with 315 you can obviously probably do 1 to 2 reps. You can decrease 1 rep, so you can save a little bit more energy, but at the same time still getting consistent weight increases, so it feels smooth. So you can keep that strength rhythm, and also like then next you can do 335. You can do that for one, and then you do 365. You hit that for one, and like if you feel really good, you can do another rep. And if you're exemplarily amazing, you feel really good, do another rep. That's basically my thing. And it goes same for bench and deadlift. But for deadlift, it's a little bit more complicated. Well, not really complicated, but it's a little bit more. You require just a tiny, teeny, teeny little bit more rest because I mean deadlift does tax your CNS the most out of the three SBD lifts because you're using it's essentially a whole body movement. Using your arms to hang on, you're using your forearms, you're using your entire back muscles, you're using your glutes, you're using your hamstring, your legs, your core, everything. Like it's a very, very taxing movement. You got to learn how to, smartly use your time efficiently and know how to rest so you can get the most out of your lifts. And it also goes for accessories. Like, let's say you want to do a heavy accessory. I mean, look, for me, what I find that works for me is I choose accessory movements that are the least taxing but still give amazing benefit and growth. Like, I'm not gonna load up 20-pound dumbbells and do like 100 reps of those. No, that's not necessary, nor is not optimal for like strength gain. Like at that point, you're just inventing the most boring cardio session ever. So let's say, like for example, I do my bench like I'm doing like right here, like I'm doing my accessory works. Like here, this was my push day, so I started off with the close grip bench. Since I know it's my push day, I'm focusing on pushing. When I do upper day, I focus more on incline because I want to get all my muscles, evenly balanced. And like on push day, I did that, and then I moved on like dips. Like start off with the most taxing lifts first, and then you do your accessory movements that don't give the most fatigue, but still provide you with the most growth as possible. And you can go to failure on it because if it's not a taxing movement, and even if you go to failure, you still feel great. Like you won't feel like tired and all this. So yeah, like I did that chest press. I was doing pretty heavy on that, and it wasn't taxing me because the what I mean by taxing is you require more muscles involved in the movement. Obviously, in bench, you use your whole chest, shoulders, you're using your triceps, you're using your forearms, you're using your little bit of bicep, you're using your wrist areas, like using your core to stabilize, you're using your leg drive, like that's what I mean. Like dips, again, you're using your core, you're using some back muscles, you're using some the serratus muscle, and you're using your legs to stabilize yourself. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. And it's really beneficial if you do your movement and gain the most strength and most recovery session as great as possible. And yeah, that's just what things I've learned as I've progressed in the gym, as I've gotten stronger. And it's what really helped me, get me stronger, get me overall learn how to do more of the things I do properly, saving myself minutes that I've been wasting this entire time. And yeah, all right, you guys, I'm gonna have to end the yap session because I have a little quiz on my school. So yeah, I'll just let you guys go. I'll let you guys finish the rest of the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like the video, subscribe to your boy, show some support, put the noties on, stay tuned to my next videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.